Previously on For Mother Matron.
Ellipses, ellipses, 3 ellipses.
Oh, um,
Lizzie,
that's normal.
go!
Our prime. Oh, there we go. Rat burgers, our primary source of protein. All right, what is going on, everybody? Ride Hawk back here again after 3 weeks. So I've been sick in that time. As soon as I start like doing let's plays and stuff and streaming, really getting into it, that's when I get sick. Enough of that. Last time, so we learned that we were a girl named Lindsay, and we've had some strange visions. And when we went to go to the doc, or not the doc, but a woman named Doc, just to check it out. And now we're gonna go feed the mumblers. It can only go well for people named the mumblers. Anyways, let's get it on. I exit through the back door, which leads to a small yard, a small, roughly shed-sized building. Maybe slightly larger than that. I never like coming back here, as ashamed as I am to say. It's always good to help the mumblers, but... I mean... I can kind of hear them from here. It's very unsettling. Just endless word salad. If you try to parse what they're saying, you get these horrible vignettes of misery that you wish you could unhear. I can't help it though, and I shouldn't feel threatened, even when I find it uncomfortable. Mumblers are harmless. I repeat that to myself as I unlock the shed door and enter. Oh, I love that. That's some, what are they called? This is some Alcavian shit. Inside is somewhat cramped, but generally well-kept bunk room. Some boys are sleeping, others are sitting upright on the bed or standing near the corners. None of them notice me. They're lost in their own nightmare loops. Gosh, poor things. I really wish I knew how to help them. These people deserve better. Most of them were hand-selected by the Mother Matron to brave the horrors of the... What is that word? A crepuscular? A labyrinth of darkness that lies beneath our home, full of terrors that are kept at bay by a locked tunnel. No one really knows why the Mother Matron sends people down there, or what they end up finding, but you can see the effects it has, based on the ones that made it back home alive. I shudder to consider what could have happened to the poor souls that didn't return. I can only hope that they've passed on peacefully, and whatever ended them was swift and painless. I ponder almost as if that end would be preferable to what the mumblers go through now. They're alive. But can you call this living? And these ones here in Bruce's care are the lucky ones. And you don't get the help they need. Some are hurt, bullied, killed, at least once. People call them waste of space. Drains on our ever-dwindling resources. Mouths to feed that can't contribute anything meaningful. Or so people say. They're people. They didn't choose this to be so broken. They need help. They need love. I would want people to take care of me if I ended up like this. I don't know. Maybe that line of thinking will lead us to starve to death someday. My morality hold up when my body is dying for weeks of no food? Can I eat the concept of doing the right thing? People tend to resort to cannibalism pretty quickly, from what I understand. I would like to think, though, that it's preferable to die because of the good things you did, rather than survive because you gave up your humanity and compassion. At least right now, I feel like that's a choice I would make. Anyway, I've been kind of standing here holding a bucket of sandwiches and water for a while, and while I was lost in thought, my arm is shouting at me to give it a break. I dropped the bucket in the middle of the room. Do they come get the sandwiches and water themselves? Does Bruce feed it to them later? Question I'll seek an answer to another day. I leave, gently closing the door behind me. Get my medicine from Spruce on the way out of the shed and head home. Feeling my body already starting to power down, I walk through the door over to home, ready to throw myself on the mattress before something catches my eye and freezes me in my step. Resting on top of my bed was a paper envelope with a red wax seal, emblazoned with the matron symbol. Oh boy. Are we getting invited to Smash? My heart sank to the bottom of a dark, deep canyon inside me, and bile began to bubble and churn violently in my stomach. I reached to pick up the envelope, hoping it was an illusion. Trick of the light. It wasn't. It was real. As real as can be. The letter with the red wax seal were a legend amongst kids in the boarding. They say it's the worst, most horrible piece of paper you could ever own in your entire life. I undid the seal and removed the letter inside. I unfolded it. My eyes darted back and forth, scanning the page. It read as follows.
Oh, my dear child, the very thought of you warms me so.
Oh, thank God it's voiced.
Seeing you and your siblings grow through the years is always my special delight. I give so much of myself every day to ensure you all remain safe and secure inside these walls. Alas, I cannot do everything on my own. Every so often, I must rely on my children's support to do what must be done for the collective good, even if it means sending my darlings into the jaws of danger. This letter is to inform you that you have been personally selected to become a surveyor. This is a title of great honor, bestowed upon those that will brave the depths of the crepuscule for your mother matron's
Crepuscule, that's how you say it.
as well as the continued survival of the boarding. You will be paired with 2 boys named Pucks and Rich. As soon as you receive this letter, you are to meet with them, make preparations for your journey below, and visit me at my dwelling in Mother's Tower. Attempts to shirk your duty will be met with severe punishment. I will see you soon, my dear, with all the love in the world. Your Mother Matron.
I stare at the letter. My legs begin to wobble. My hands start to tremble. The letter floats to the ground, the way they describe leaves in books. Do you not know how leaves fall? Wow, this place is awful. I start breathing fast and hard. My entire body quakes. My eyes roll to the back of my skull as I pass out and collapse on the floor. I'm back here. Did I die? Is that everything? Is that the end of my memories? Kind of abrupt, to be honest.
Did you ever hear the story about the girl in the sweater? No. Of course not. It's still being written. A year it gets done like crazy. I'm so excited.
What is that thing?
What am I? What are you? What is anything?
Oh God, it's reading my thoughts. This creature can hear my thoughts.
Everything and anything were nothing once, and they became something. I think things would have been better if they stayed as nothing. The disease called existing is widespread and cancerous. Extremely virulent. It infected everything that was nothing and forced it to deal with the pain of being. Forcing things that exist to be happy that they exist. Manipulative. Terrible. But enough about things.
You love that voice changer, don't you? Pardon my language. But what the fuck is this thing talking about? And why does it kind of look like me? Ignoring my confusion, the creature steps around me and outside my vision. It fills with something behind me. The slurping sound grows faster. The world fades again. I'm awake again, deeply confused, but awake. I sit there on the ground, frozen for a while before reality hits me again. I stare at the painting on the wall. The Mother Matron. Out of every person here that could have been selected, she ends up picking me. My mind is back to the mumblers in Spruce's clinic. Them and the endless droning madness that consumed everything about them. Entire people with dreams and personalities, erased by trauma. Why? Why me? I think back to how I'm supposed to work in a few days. How I was supposed to visit Spruce again to make sure I was better. To keep living longer. No matter what I wanted to do, the decision was made for me. Mother needed me. I was not the kind of person that wanted to find out what happened when Mother's disappointed. But where to begin? After some thinking, I decided a good place to start would be asking my neighbor sisters. They're a pair of twins named Janine and Katie. I'd like to think we were pretty good friends, and I was glad to have them as my neighbors. I approached their front stoop. Katie was reading a book with a faded cover while her sister painted her nails with jet black nail polish.
Hey, Janine.
Oh, Lizzie speaks sometimes.
Hey, Lizzie.
Hey, Lizzie.
You seem chipper. I thought you'd be more gloomy.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, I saw the poster come by and drop something off at your place. They don't come by that often.
Surprise, the mailboy doesn't want to visit the shit zone.
Oh, I didn't explain that, did I? Well, you saw on the map that my home is in a place called the Shipyard, right? It's, not exactly called that. See, it's actually named after the fact this area is where the majority of the sewage and waste is discarded. I'm sure you can guess the actual name is knowing that. Cursing makes me feel bad, though, so I call it the Shipyard instead. You absolutely cannot evade the smell here. It's awful. It sticks to everything like a film. I've gotten mostly nose blind to it at this point, fortunately. Sometimes I still have to break out the perfume.
Is it one of those letters?
Yeah. Red seal.
Oh no. No.
Yep, we're fucked.
Ouch, hope you don't die, or lose your mind.
Janine!
Thanks, Janine. Honestly, in these living situations, in this world, that's probably actually really nice.
What? Just being real. It was nice knowing you.
Don't be so insensitive.
It's okay. I'm still processing things, but I'm holding it together. I still have things to do before I go.
Anything we can help with?
Got a weapon? Oh, I actually have things here. What do you know about the crepuscule?
Sorry, I don't think I know much more than you, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the books never really went into what's down there. Mother Matron never really talks about it other than how dangerous it is. And there's not any first-hand accounts of it to go off of. The most anyone seems to know is that it's like an endless series of tunnels with dangerous creatures inside. Some people say the crepuscule is constantly shifting and morphing, almost as if it's alive.
Oh, it's like the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne.
But that's just a rumor. Again, no first-hand accounts.
Know where I can find Pucks or Rich?
Nope.
Ring any
Say I
bells?
know them. Katie?
Me neither, sorry. Maybe you should ask around the market? I'm sure someone there would know. Maybe try meeting Marissa. She's a little, odd. But you'd be surprised what kind of information she can dig up.
Meaty Marissa, huh?
Don't recommend trying her cuts, though. Unless you've got a barf bag.
Why is she called Meaty Marissa?
Because she's got a massive...
Because she sells weird...
Never mind.
Oh. I thought there'd be more to it for some reason.
What more do you need in a name?
I mean, realistically, you probably have zero fucking advice to give me. Oh no, we never got a letter. What's Mother Matron like?
I thought you were a fan of hers.
Fair point. I guess for someone that has a framed painting of a person to not know much about them.
I mean, I look up to her and read the scriptures like most everyone else, but it's different than meeting her in person.
She nods understandingly, then shrugs.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, I've never met her, so I wouldn't know.
What do you two know? Katie shrugs with an apologetic expression. She also has never met her. Okay, any advice?
I had a phase where I read nothing but books about surveyors. Just in case I ever got picked, you know?
Wow, you actually know
Some
something.
books on them that you can find at the library. If you know where to look, there's also unauthorized books about them that were put together by people who knew the surveyors before they left.
I wish I had time to go read them.
Honestly, they're kind of dry and sad. Probably better to get the highlights from someone else.
Dry and sad, like this entire town.
Best advice I can give you? Preparation is key. Try to be ready for everything and anything. Also bring something sharp. Hope that helps.
Yeah, anything sharp?
Okay.
Or a gun? What are you reading, Katie? I don't want to give them my stuff. Can't help my curiosity. I don't know how relevant it will be to me, but I want to know. I try to peer over her shoulder and read the book along with her. The position is awkward. Katie can't help but notice. Katie looks up at me, smiles, and shrugs as if to say, nothing that interesting, but go ahead. She hands me the book, keeping her hand on the page she was on. Grab it, holding the same spot so she won't lose her place. Cover is nondescript, save for some initials on the spine. Might have had a dust jacket or something before that bore the title. That's long gone, I'm sure. I have a hard time following it. Lots of names I don't recognize. Something about someone named Nyx and people or creatures. Hard to tell without the context. They gave birth to, and then people that those children gave birth to. Must be some kind of fantasy novel or something. Doubt it has much relevance to my situation, or if it does, I sure can't see it. What? We're gonna save it there, and I'll go back and read that if there's any like relevancy. I smile and hand the book back to Katie. Don't touch my stuff.
Alright. Thank you guys for your help. I should get going.
There's a lump in my throat. I swallow and talk through it.
It was really nice knowing you guys.
Suddenly, Katie embraces me tightly. After a moment, she looks at me with twinkling moist eyes.
Lizzie, you better come back. I'll never forgive you if you don't.
She holds me for a moment longer, burying her face in my chest, before she can strain it with tears. Oh, gee. Before she can strain it with tears, she pulls back. Jesus, I can't read. I can't think of the right words to say, so I simply smile at her and say thank you. Janine simply gives me a gentle wave. It's subtle, but I know there's something she rarely does for people.
Take care, Lizzie. We'll be rooting for you.
Alrighty, so I think we're going to go talk to Meaty Marissa, so we'll probably call the episode here. We're at the 20-minute mark. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take care, everybody.
Why do I feel slightly aroused by this sensation?
Why am I used to this sensation?
You need this more than me. Did you just hit me with a frying pan?